Shri Bhairav Kulkarni, Director of Sri Siddhivinayak Ayurved Panchakarma Center, Aurangabad. Today I am going to explain you about Agnimandya, Ajirna and the concept of Am. What is Agni and what is the importance of Agni? It is the Agni Moolam Balam Pusam Reto Moolam Cha Jeevitam Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Agnim Cha Retam Cha Rakshayet. It means Agni is the root of our digestive system. Also, Agni is the root of our Jeevitam, or it is the source of strength. It is the source of life. So, Agni is most important part of our life. What can happen if Agni get vitiated or if Agni get diminished? Then in Sanhitas it has explained as Shante Agno Mriyate Yukte Chiram Jivati Anamayaha Rogi Sat Vikrute Moolam Agni Tasmat Niruchate. It means Shante Agno Mriyate. If the Agni gets stopped, we will die. Or if the Agni is good, that is Yukta, that is in its proper condition, then we will live in healthy state or undiseased condition, that is Anamayaha. Anamayaha. Amaya is the condition, diseased condition, and Anamayaha is the healthy condition. If the Agni is proper, it is working properly, then we can live with healthy conditions or we can live without disease. Rogi Sat Vikrute Moolam Agni Tasmat Niruchate. When we will get ill if there is not proper functioning of Agni. So the Agni functioning should be very proper. So we should have to take care of Agni, which is our strength, which is our life. This is the importance of Agni. Then what are the types of Agnis? There are according to dosha bahutva or dominance of dosha, there are four types of Agnis. The first one is Vishamagni, which is having Vatabaladhikya or predominance of Vata dosha. Then second one is Tikshnagni, which is having predominance of Pitta dosha. And third one is Mandagni, the people who are having Kapha Prakriti, or in the peoples who are in the Kapha predominant stage, they are having their Agni as a Manda or in low fire condition. So, and the Samagni. What is Samagni? If we can eat anything, it will be digested within its normal form and within normal time. It is the Samagni. So there are four types of Agni, and also there are one important Jatharagni, then 5 Panchabhotik Agni and 7 Dhatwagnis. It means there are again 13 types of Agnis, which is the Jatharagni is most important. Panchabhotik Agni, these are the Bhutagnis which are having their predominance as per Panchamahabhuta. And then Saptadhatwagnis. Whenever the Dhatu gets formed, the Dhatwagni is responsible for their formation and their nutrition. So, Saptadhatwagnis, Panchabhutagnis and 1 Jatharagni. So, there are again 13 types of Agni. What is the function of Agni? Or how Jatharagni is the important than all the other Agnis? See how Annasya Pakta Sarvesham Paktrunam Adhipomatah Tanmulaste hi tat Vruddhi Kshayatmakaha. It means Jatharagni is supreme of all these types of Agnis, because whenever there is a proper functioning of Agni, then all the Panchamahabhutas get well nutrited, all the Saptadhatus get well nutrited. So the Jatharagni is the supreme power of the Agni, or is the supreme form of the all the 13 Agnis. If Jatharagni get in Vriddhi form, all the Agnis get, all the Bhutagnis and Dhatwagnis get increased or get in Vriddhi form. If Jatharagni gets decreased or it gets in its Kshay form, then all the Bhutagnis and all the Dhatwagnis are also dependent on it. So there is a importance of Jatharagni. So we should have to respect, or we should have to take care of Jatharagni. How Agni can be examined, or how Agni Pariksha will be conducted? See, Agni Jarana Shaktya Parikshet. The strength of Agni is assessed on according to the capacity of digestion of the food. When there is a digestion of food in proper timing or in given timing, that is 1 to 1.5 hour, it is known as Agni is in proper condition. See, we have seen the Vishamagni, that is again Tikshnagni and Mandagni also. If we can think about Vishamagni, then the digested food, sometimes it will digest in sometimes it get digested quickly, and sometimes it will take longer timing. This is happen in Vishamagni patients or Vishamagni Prakrutis. Tikshnagni, how Tikshnagni works? In Tikshnagni, the whatever they can eat, whatever they are eating, it will get digested very fastly. It is called Tikshnagni. And last, Mandagni, the subjects or the persons who are having kapha dominance in their Prakriti, they are generally having Mandagni. That is the food whichever they have taken, it will take much time to get digested. So how could we check the Agni? It is according to Jarana Shaktya Parikshet. Again, Ahar Matra Punaragni Balapekshini, that is power or condition of Agni determines the quantity of food to be consumed. That means if there is a Tikshnagni of the subject, he should eat frequently, or he wants to eat frequently, because the food which he has taken inside get digested very early, so he feel hungry early, so he has to eat in frequent conditions. And in Mandagni, the food remains as it is, or food takes much time to get digested, so they should not have that much food, or their quantity of food may be not that much bigger or that much greater as compared to the Tikshnagni subjects. See, already I have discussed Vishamo Vatajan Rogan Tikshna Pitta Nimittajan Karoti Agni Tatha Mando Vikaran Kapha Sambhavan. It means if the Vishamagni is having subject, then the Vat Vikaras to be happen more in that Prakruti patients. If Tikshnagni is the Agni of that patient or of that particular subject, then the Pitta Vikaras might be takes place in his body. And if Mandagni is there, or if the subject is having Kapha Prakruti or having Mandagni, so there may be the predominance of Kaphaj Vikara in that patient. How Agni get vitiated, or what are the root causes, or what are the causes in Ayurveda, what are the Nidanas, what are the Hetus of the Agni Vaishamya? See, Abhojanat, Ajirnat, Atibhojanat, Vishamashanat, असात्म्य गुरुशीत अतिरुक्ष संदुष्ट भोजनात विरेकवमन स्नेह विभ्रमात व्याधिकर्षणात देशकाल ऋतु वैषम्यात वेगाणाम च विधारणात. See, we can see one by one. Abhojanat, if we are not taking the food for so much longer time, if we are hungry and we have not time to take the food, and it will happen more than timings, once or weekly once it will happening, then also Agni gets vitiated. Ajirnat, if there is a undigested food in our stomach and we are taking much more food, it will cause ajirna. Then also Agni gets vitiated. Ati bhojanat, we are having we should have to eat small quantity of food, or we are having less hunger but we are eating more food, it is called ati bhojanat. So quantity of the food in the bigger quantity, it will also vitiate the Agni. Vishamashanat, what is Vishamashan? Vishamashan is if we are not having we are not hungry and we are taking food, or we are hungry but still we are not taking food, or if there is a improper timing of food taking, it will also known to be as Vishamashan. Asatnya Guru Shita Atiruksha Sandushta Bhojanat, if it is not satmya to our body and then also we are taking that food, also if the food which we are going to take in, it is very heavy to digest but still we are taking heavy food, that then also the Agni gets vitiated. Atiruksha Sandushta Bhojanat, if the food which we are going to take is not having that much amount of oleation or that much amount of oil, ghee, or it is dry in nature, then also Agni gets vitiated. Vireka Vamana Sneha Vibhramat, if there is a mithya yoga or there is a hina or ati yoga of panchakarmas which we are going to take, that is virechana, vamana, snehapana, if there is a mithya yoga or ati yoga or vibhram of that, or we are not following the sansarjan kram after the taking these panchakarmas, then also our Agni gets vitiated. Vyadhikarshanath, when we are we are very ill and after that we get proper food or we are taking much more food, then also our Agni also gets vitiated. Desha Kala Rutu Vaishamyat, if there is a Desha Vaishamya, we are living in Samashitoshna conditions or we are living in this somewhat hot and somewhat cold temperature, and we were went to the very cold atmosphere, then also our Agni gets vitiated. Or Kala Vaishamya, if it is Varsha Kal or Varsha Ritu, then also our Agni gets vitiated. Or if there is a difference in Kala, that is we have to take food in lunch time, that is 11 to 2 p.m. and we are taking it on 4 or 5 p.m. It is also Kala Vaishamya. Rutu Vaishamyat also Agni gets vitiated. So these are the main causes or root causes of vitiation of Agni. What are the features of vitiation of Agni? See, these are the features. Tasya lingam ajirnasya विष्ठंबम सदनम तथा शिरसो रुक च मूर्छा च भ्रम भ्रम पृष्ठ कटिग्रहा जृंभो अंगमर्द तृष्णा च ज्वरच्छर्दी प्रवाहणम अरोचक अविपाकश्च घोरम अन्न विषम च तत्. Charakaacharya has explained this type of sutra, that is if Agni gets vitiated, that is they had called it as a ajirna. So we are dealing with now ajirna. What are the symptoms of ajirna or what are the clinical features of ajirna? Tasya lingam vishtambam, there is a vishtamba or constipation, or it is digestion get vitiated and our mala pravrutti get constipated. Sadanam tatha, it will take the sadhana of our body, that is we will feel tired or we will not feel very energetic, it is sadhanam. Shirasoruk, that is we feel headache. Murcha Brahma Prushtha Katigraha, we sometimes if there is a increase in ajirna and we are taking food much more quantity, then also Agni gets vitiated, ajirna will cause, and the clinical features like Brahma, we will experience like vertigo or Kati Prushtha Graha, we will feel pain in the back and lower lumbar region also. Then Jrumbhadikya may be there, that is yawning process will happen often and often. Trishna, we will feel very thirsty because to digest the undigested food, that is to clear the ajirna, our body requires much more water, so we will feel thirsty. Or there may be vomiting or loose motion. If the undigested food our body should have to expel it out, it will take the help of either oral route or fecal route. So it will happen as like chardi, or that is vomiting, and another one it may be loose motions. Arochaka, we will feel tasteless. Avipaka, that is indigestion for that food. So these are the clinical features of ajirna. Then what is the importance to protect the Agni? Shama prakopo doshanam sarvesham agni samshrito tasmat agni sada rakshet nidanani cha varjet. It means normal functioning as well as vitiation of dosha is depend upon the normalcy of Agni. Thus, we should avoid the Nidan intake, or the Nidan Parivarjan should be done to prevent the vitiation of Agni and to keep the Agni in balanced form, or to keep the Agni in its normal condition. पालयेत् प्रयत्नतस्य स्थितो आयुर्बलस्थिति यो हि भुक्ते विधिं त्यक्त्वा गृहिणी दोषजान् गदान्. It means if we follow the Agni rules, or if we follow the food, rules and regulations of food intake, then we will maintain our Ayuhu Bala. That is, Bala will be maintained, or we will stay healthy, happy. And if we are discarding the rules of food intake, that is Yohi Bhukte Vidhim Tyaktva, if we are exceeding the rules, or we are not following the rules of food intake, then we have to suffer like grahani dosha, or the colitis like symptoms it will develop. What is Agnimandya? Then the next condition we are going to deal with Agnimandya. Agnimandya, it is the vitiation of Agni, that is Manda Tikshno Atha Vishamaha Samascheti Chaturvidaha Kapa Pitta Niladhikyat Tasmat Jatharo Analaha. Jatharo Analaha, it means Jatharagni. It is due to predominance of these doshas, whichever I have explained before. That is Manda is due to kapha predominance, Tikshna is due to pitta predominance, and Vishama is due to vata predominance. That it is explained here as kapha pitta niladhikyat. So the Agnimandya may be, or the Agni may be Vishama, or maybe Manda, or maybe Tikshna. And if all these doshas are in their normal condition, then it is Samagni. See the hetu of ajirna, or see the hetu of nidan of ajirna. Atyambu panat vishamashanat. If we are going to drink water frequently, it will also cause ajirna, or it will also cause agnimandya, because as like fire, if we provide the fire little amount of